My visa was cancelled without prejudice. Hmm. What does that even mean? This was the first time I have had this stamp in my passport, cancelled without prejudice. So I'm gonna keep this video quite short, and I'm gonna explain to you exactly what happened that led to the cancellation without prejudice. Okay, so here comes the story. This year, during the summer around June, I was traveling to Denmark. And then when I got to Schiphol airport, I was in a queue. My passport and my boarding pass was ready. When it got to my turn, I handed my passport to the immigration officer. So he was looking at it and he asked me, Patricia, I'm sorry, but you cannot travel to Denmark this time because you only have a single entry visa. Charlie. I'm laughing now, but I wasn't laughing back then, because such things can really frustrate you quite pretty much. So I told him, please do check well. I applied for multiple entry visa. That is what normally I apply for. And he said, Mom, I'm sorry, but the number of entry is only one. And guys, when it's only one entry, that means single entry, you are only allowed to go in and back again from the country once. That's it. So in case you want to go again, you have to apply visa. So I told the immigration officer, but with that same visa, it can't be possible that a single entry, because I've traveled 2 times already back and forth on that same visa. So if it's only single entry, at the second time I was traveling, I would have been stopped at Kotoka even before I leave the country, Accra airport. And then again, when I got to Schiphol airport, they too could have seen it, right? And then they could have maybe sent me back to Ghana, so because I don't have a visa. And this was my third time traveling on the same visa with only single entry. And my visa is 2 years multiple entry visa. So that means I can go in back and forth anytime I want. So there was something wrong somewhere that I only have a single entry and 2 years visa. It didn't make sense. So it was like back and forth little, and he said, okay, let's go to the office. So he handed me to one of the immigration officers, and we went to the office and they were asking questions and blah blah blah. And I was with my husband, so they were asking us questions, what we are going to do in Denmark, what do we do, all sort of questions and stuff. They could also see that when they flip through my passport, they can see almost all my visas are multiple entry visa. So there must be a mistake somewhere. We ended up spending 1 hour there. We were both pretty frustrated, and we was even afraid we might lose our connecting flight from Schiphol airport to Denmark, Copenhagen. So yeah, the immigration officer came back to us and said, okay, Mom, the decision have been taken and we are going to allow you to go to Denmark, but please do make sure you change from one entry to multiple entry. So I need to amend it. I was like, okay, thank you so much. I will do that. So right away when I got home in Denmark, I brought my laptop and I wrote an email to the Danish embassy here in Accra, Ghana. And fortunately and lucky for me, they replied quite pretty fast. It was a very swift response, and they said no problem, there was a mistake because I applied for multiple entry and they have given me single entry, so I can bring my passport when I return to Ghana. And I did that when I came back. So they corrected it and they said next time I should really look at it well when I get my visa, and I said yes. But normally I will look at it, and I am always very careful when I get my visa, but I don't know this time what really happened. It has kept my eye totally, and even the Kotoka airport's immigration, they couldn't see it. Schiphol airport second time, none of them see it. I must have been lucky. So yes, after I took my passport from the Denmark embassy, I opened it and I could see the old one. They have stamped it cancelled without prejudice, which means I have not done any illegal thing. I have not done any. Don't worry, I'm safe. It's just an administration error from the Danish embassy. So this is what I often say in my video. Please kindly really take a good look in your visa when you get. In case you also get visa cancelled without prejudice, do not worry. You have not done anything illegal. You are safe. So yeah, that is my story, but I'm gonna post it here on the screen so you can see how it looks like. They stamp it twice. Yeah, cancelled without prejudice. They also have cancel with prejudice. Then I think you know what it means when you have defrauded the immigration or something like that.